Run away with me. Lost souls in revelry. Running wild and running free. Two kids, you and me. And I say, hey, hey, leave it like we're renegades. Hey, hey, leave it like we're renegades, renegades, renegades. Long live the pioneers, rebels and mutineers. Go forth and have no fear. Come close and lend an ear. And I say, hey, hey, leave it like we're renegades. Hey, hey, leave it like we're renegades, renegades, renegades. All hail the underdogs. All hail the Yankees. All hail the outlaws. Spielbergs and Kubricks. It's our time to make a move. It's our time to make amends. It's our time to break the rules. Let's begin. And I say, hey, hey, leave it like we're renegades. Hey, hey, leave it like we're renegades, renegades, renegades.
So, to replace your stock antenna that is on your Verhoek transmitter, or any transmitter that just has a simple length of antenna wire cut, all the antenna wire is cut is to the length of the 2.4 gigahertz frequency. If you take this and this other antenna with the gray shielding, it will almost match up to about the same length. Which is the length of 2.4. Now what you want to do is you want to either take an old antenna off of another controller or make one that's like this, or take yourself an RPSMA connector and you could make the antenna out of this wire, or you can use this to add your own antennas like these to your controllers for better versatility. Basically, if you're going to do this, what you want to do is you want to strip this outer layer, this gray shielding, which is the same shielding as this clear one. So this is the braid that you see. This is the braid that you see right here. Now we have the gray shielding cut back some. What you want to do is you kind of want to just push it until it kind of mushrooms and skirts. And you'll see how you start to push it down that it exposes the inner wire. You don't really want to damage this wire, but forgive the AC unit. basically push it back, get the shielding down, get this wire exposed. It's going to be a little stretchy if you're going to try and pull it off with your nail. I don't really recommend applying a lot of pressure if you're going to use a knife, because you want to keep it as much of the wire there as possible. I would take my soldering iron and I would just hit the tip to shrink the clear shielding, silicone shielding that's there, and since I have stripped away some of it, and let the shielding shrink back down so that it exposes the wire a little more, trim it back enough, and take this old antenna out, this one, desolder it from this point. Just place your soldering iron back here, heat it up, stick the tip in there like this, heat it up, push it in, hold it or leave it, let it go, don't be wiggling it, okay? Then you want to take this extra wire. You can get it from a bad USB cable. This particular gray wire is from a batch of old USB cables. This is what's inside a USB cable amongst the other wires that are there, and I just strip apart old ones that don't work no more and use the wire that's there so I don't have to buy new wire all the time. And you want to solder this wire to this shield rack, this braided metal shielding, okay? And you want to do this before you have it soldered, this tip soldered into the board. So prep this, solder the wire onto it. You can put a little heat shrink over it, you don't have to. I like to do that, just add a little extra protection. This isn't a unit, it's not a flying aircraft or anything like that, so you're not trying to worry about weight. Solder it to the shielding and then run the lead all the way to the negative. Okay, you can run it directly to it. Touch it up, prep it, place mount your connector onto the controller like this. So that you can swap out your antennas. You can do SMA, you can do RPSMA, you can do whatever you want. Now, let's go out and check out the results we get from just doing this to the Verhux car. Now, I don't particularly like this car due to this. The steering is from a motor and gears. It is not the greatest, but it is doable. You can customize it. Any of these cheap RC toy grade hobby, low entry grade hobby, toy grade RC units are all customizable. You can do whatever you want, just as long as you're willing to put the time and effort into the research and figuring out what you need to do. Some of us are here to help with the process, learn from our mistakes. This does work. I was very surprised with the results that I got of this working, and yeah, let's go check it out. Let's see what it's like. Alright, y'all, see you out there.